need a demonstration, don't kill a nation. Gotta research for the right information. All I know is that I'm tired of waiting. Gotta fight back or get annihilated. Round here, it's a war zone. You either ride with God or you ride with Satan. Where I'm from, born in the hood, raised in the slums. It's hard raised in the sun with these shooters raising their guns with no respect or regard for life. They gon' shoot, bang, 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 and they soul, they scarred for life. All they scream is gang, gang, gang. Where I'm from, born in the hood.
Shalom, 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 Yashala, it's your brother Nehemiah, Ak Nehemiah from Nations and Kings and Priests, No Cap Cali section. Alright, and we back at you with another Sunday milk class. Alright, but first off, I want to say, Call Halal Yahweh, Hashem, Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. Alright, and I want to send out a mighty shalom to all the Akim out there on the highways and byways, presenting their bodies as living sacrifices, magnifying the name of the Most High to the best of their ability, sincerely and diligently keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments that we are commanded throughout the whole Bible. Shalom, 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 Akim. Alright, I want to send another mighty shalom to all the Akwat out there, being sincere, being diligent, being keepers at home, being teachers of good things to the children. All right, keeping their heads covered, you know, to honor their head. All right, and striving to be a Proverbs 31 woman, striving to be a Ephesians 5 woman, striving to be a 1 Peter chapter 3 woman, and striving to walk in the righteous paths of our foremothers. All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. I also want to send out another mighty shalom and a double honors to the Zaquanium of the Masharal Yasharala and all of the Zaquanium who are part of other congregations. All right, that are not mentioned. All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. All right, so it's been a minute. The comedy has been busy. All right, but I'm back at you with another Sunday milk, and I'm back at you with classes. All right, so this is a Sunday milk class for the newborn babe series. All right, it's very simple. All right, and we know in Christianity and throughout all the other religions that are related to it, all right, they sincerely and diligently believe that the scriptures are telling them that they don't have to keep the so-called law of Moses. All right, so-called law of Moses. So they will run to Ephesians, the 2nd chapter. All right, Ephesians 2 and 8, you know, and other precepts, you know. So they sincerely and diligently believe that they don't have to walk in the law, statutes, and commandments. And not only that, you have other heathen nations thinking and teaching so as well when they're not even part of the covenant in the first place. All right. So we're just going to go over, this is a Sunday milk class. This is for the newborn babes coming into this truth. All right. If other Akim who's been in this thing for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, if it benefits you, hey, so, but you should already know these things. All right. But it ain't nothing to get a refresher, you know, sharpen up your sword a little bit if you forgot some precepts, you know, it happens. But we're going to start off with Leviticus chapter 22 and verse 31. All right. Now it tells us to keep the commandments throughout the whole Bible. It constantly is constantly repeating itself, and the Most High doesn't change. The Most High is not going to put us into a contract that he said is a perpetual covenant, which means forever, and then be like, you know what, I want to end the contract. The Most High doesn't do that. He's a man of his word. So I don't know what Christians or some other religions, Protestant, Baptist, whatever, or derivatives of Christianity are saying, and they do err not knowing the scriptures. All right, so this is the book of Leviticus chapter 22 and verse 31, and it reads, therefore shall ye keep my commandments and do them. All right, keep is an action, do is an action. All right, therefore shall ye keep my commandments and do them. I am Yahweh. So Yahweh is telling you out of his own mouth. Yahweh is telling us out of his own mouth that we have to keep his commandments. So you telling me the Most High is just going to be like, you know what, I'm going to change my mind. I gave you these laws, statutes, and commandments for a heritage and a culture. You don't have to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, which are your inheritance and which is your culture, because I have something else planned for you, because I'm going to send my only begotten to die for you. All right. Therefore, you don't have to keep the commandments no more. You can continue to eat nasty pork. You can continue to eat all the bottle feeders that gives you sickle cell anemia. All right, that gives you jaundice. All right, that gives you gout and all these other illnesses that are part of the curses. All right, no, the Most High doesn't do that, man. The Most High is magnificent, man. His wisdom is so great you can't even think about it. All right, so he's not going to change his mind about not keeping the commandments when we went into a covenant with him. From Genesis to Exodus, it shows us. All right. Therefore shall ye keep my commandments and do them. I am Yahweh. All right. So we're just gonna bounce around. We're gonna go precept upon precept. All right, and just show you that it's constantly repeated. All right. We're gonna go to Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 1. Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 1. All right. It says, my son, forget not my law, but let thine heart keep my commandments. All right. There go again. There go again. Okay. Let's move on. Let's go to Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 13. Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 13. All right. It's not going to be a long class. We're just going to prove that the Most High doesn't change. That he does not change. All right. That he constantly is retelling us, and you may keep my commandments. And you want to love me? You want to make it to the kingdom? You want to love your brother? You want to put forth some action to rebuild and build your nation? Do this. All right. It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12 and verse 13. Let me highlight this so y'all can see it. It says, "Let us hear the conclusion. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear our power and keep His commandments." That's how you fear the Lord as well. Not just love Him, but that's how you fear Him. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear our power and keep His commandments. For this is the whole duty of man. This is what you was created to do. Was to do what He tells you to do, which is for your good anyway. Alright, it's very simple. And for a Christian that's watching this is very simple. You can't get around it. You can't try to run the Ephesians 2 and 8 all the time and just use that precept. First of all, you can't use one precept to establish a whole matter. You do need 2 or 3 witnesses. Alright, so you got to go to this book and this book at least 2 precepts. You can't just use one. Now, in some cases, when we're on the highways and byways and teaching, we can cut somebody's whole doctrine with one precept, which is totally different than trying to prove that you don't have to keep the commandments with one precept. It's totally different. All right, you need more than one witness to say that, and Paul hasn't said that, you know. So this you can't get around this. You can't box with Yahweh. You can't box with the scriptures. You can't box with Him. Once you get cut and you're done. Plain and simple. Let's go to the book of Matthew chapter 19. Let's go to the book of Matthew chapter 19. All right. Verse 16. I'm going to start at verse 16. All right. Start at verse 16. And it reads, "And behold, one came and said unto him, Good master, what good thing shall I do that I may have eternal life? And he said unto him, Why callest thou me good? There is none good but one, that is our power. But if thou wilt enter into life, keep the commandments." Red letter. That's Yahweh speaking from Himself, who the Christians call Jesus Christ, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ. All right. He's telling you, and that's not the only time Yahweh has told us. It's not the only time Yahweh has told us. So you telling me Christianity, Christians, and other religions try to tell you that's derivatives of Christianity, try to tell you that you don't have to keep the commandments no more. That's like slapping the Most High, right? That's like slapping the Most High in the face, man. Using the book that He gave us, to His children of Yasharahla, and be like, we don't gotta do that no more. You didn't say that. You didn't say that. Like you understand the script. You understand the words that He written. He know what He said. You don't have the understanding of what He said. That's the issue. It's you. It's you that don't have the understanding, and it's you wanting to wrest, meaning twist or distort the scriptures to feed your doctrine and feed what you want to do, because you want to go, because you don't want to keep the commandments. Because you want to do what you want to do. Because you want to go out and you want to go be a nigga. You want to go out and you want to go celebrate heli days. You want to go celebrate Thanksgiving. You want to go celebrate Christmas. You want to celebrate birthdays. You want to be a pagan. You want to be a Satanist. You might as well put the Bible down. And don't forget, every idle word shall be judged. So every time you twist these scriptures, you got a judgment coming. Alright? Yahushua said it himself, man. You can't get around it. Alright? Let's go to the book of John, chapter 14 and verse 15, where we going to see that Yahushua says it again. Yahushua says it again. Just a Sunday milk, man. Let's drink up. Alright? It's the book of John, chapter 14 and verse 15. If ye love me, keep my commandments. And Yahushua again saying it. Even if you love him, he said you're gonna keep the commandments. Because if you keep my commandments, whatever Yahushua is commanding you, it's of the Father. It's of the Father. Alright? He's gonna tell you to keep the commandments all the time. He's gonna quote scriptures out of the Torah to tell you to do this, do that. How do you love your brother? You do this. It's always going to be a commandment from the scriptures, from the Torah. It's going to be from the law. He's not finna go to Paul. New Testament he's not finna go to Paul. Come on, man. This is ridiculous. We're gonna go to the book of John, chapter 15, verse 2. Alright. Go to the book of John 15, verse 10. And it reads, if ye keep my commandments, ye shall abide in my love, even as I have kept my Father's commandments and abide in his love. Alright, you see that? So he's letting you know he's of the Father. And no, that don't mean it's the Trinity. That God and what they say, what the Christians say, God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit is all one. No, it's not. No, that's not what this scripture is talking about. It's telling you about keep my commandments, and ye shall abide in my love, because we know love is keeping the commandments. All right, wisdom is as well. Even as I have kept my Father's commandments and abide in his love. So he's telling you right there, plain as day, you keep my commandments, you're keeping the Father's commandments, because I abide in his love. Therefore, if you keep my commandments, which is of the Father's commandments, you abide in my love. Which means if you abide in Yahushua's love, you abide in the Father's love. It's very simple. It's not difficult. So if you a brother or a sister watching this video and you create Christianity, you need to leave ASAP. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You need to leave ASAP before you find out the hard way that what you once thought was true was a whole lie your whole life. All right, get out. It's the book of First. We're gonna go to 1 John chapter 2 and verse 3. Let's go to 1 John chapter 2 verse 3. 1 John chapter 2 and verse 3. It's simple, man. It's really simple. Write these precepts down. Alright. It's the book of 1 John chapter 2 and verse 3. And hereby we do know that we know him. You hear that? This is how you know the Most High. This isn't how you know Yahweh Hashem HaMashiach Yahushua. This is how you know him and them. And hereby we do know that we know him if we keep his commandments. That's how you know the Most High, man. That's how you know the Most High. Let's go ahead and just read verse 4 while we at it. He that saith, I know him, and keepeth not his commandments is a liar. So, you hear Christians all the time. Yeah, I love Jesus. I love God. But you don't see no fruits. You don't keep no commandments. So look, they say right here, he that saith, I know him, and keepeth not his commandments is a liar. You're a liar. You got a good look. You got a good lip game. You can speak good. But the Most High said, you shall know them by their fruits. Matthew 15. So, is you gonna obey man rather than Yahweh, or you gonna obey Yahweh rather than man? You choose. The Most High gave us a choice. Life or death. Pick one. It ain't no in between. There's no in between. All right, let's go to the next chapter. It's the book of 1 John, chapter 2 or chapter 3 and verse 22. And whatsoever we ask, we receive of him, because we keep his commandments and do those things that are pleasing in his sight, which is keeping the commandments. It's very simple. It's very simple. And it's a beautiful thing to keep his commandments, man. It's a beautiful thing to keep his commandments. Once you come into this truth, and the more you read, 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 and the more you read, you will find out that this truth is better than nothing else in the whole wide world. This truth is your life. This truth is the best thing that you can ever get. It's the best thing that you can ever get. Ain't nothing better than this truth. It's better than water. It's better than food. It's better than raiment. You know why? Because it gives you all that. It comes with it. The word comes with it. It comes with it. That just everything comes with the word. You just gotta apply. You just gotta read and apply it. And get out of Christian churches and get out of church. That ain't the real church. The Most High don't dwell in temples. All right, made with hands. All right, that's a whole nother class. But let's go to the next few chapters. 1 John chapter 5 verse 3. All right, and it say, for this is the love of our power, that we keep his commandments. That's how you love. I have a class on that. You gotta go through just go through the channel. Go through the Sunday Milk channel. I got a whole playlist separate, so it's easy for you to search up. Just go to the playlist tab and you can find it. For this is the love of Yahweh, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous. It's not hard to grow your beard out if you can grow one. It's not hard to wear fringes. It's not hard to keep the feast days. It's not hard to blow the trumpet on the new moon. It's not hard to blow the trumpet on the full moon. All right, it's not hard to do any of these things. It's not hard to love your brother. It's not hard to stop gangbanging and be like, you know what, I'm gonna apply these scriptures, man. It's not hard. It's very simple. For the ones that's not in this truth, it's very simple. And I'm telling you, once you come into this truth, oh man, the Most High got something in store for you. Something that you never thought you would ever have. All right, that's better than what you got now. All right, let's go to 2 John. Let's go to 2 John. All right, and it's about, I don't know how many precepts. This is about like 15 precepts. I'm telling you, and there's more. There's way more than this. This is just what I'm bringing out right now. There's way more. You go to the Thawara, you're gonna hear it so much. You're gonna be like, you're gonna hear it so much, you ain't gonna forget it. It's very simple. All right, it's the book of 2 John, chapter 1, verse 6. And this is the love that we walk after his commandments. Here you go, telling you again. And this is how you love him. And this is love. This is love. It's not you going to get your red flowers. That's a part of carnal love, but that's not the spiritual love. That's not the love of the Most High. Now that does come with it, but the real love is keeping these commandments and teaching men and women to do so. And you know what? And you know what follows after you do that is the whole dressing with gifts. That's all a part of love. Those are what do you call it? Those are the bylaws of the love. It comes with it. All right. And this is love, that we walk after his commandments. This is the commandment that as ye have heard, meaning you've heard this before, from the beginning. From the beginning. We know, according to the book of Sirach, wisdom was the first thing created. So the commandments has been here. As soon as the Most High spoke, boom, commandments. It was already here since the beginning. Ye should walk in it. That's advice. You should walk in these. You should walk this way. This is the way. All right? This is the way. This is the walk. Take this journey. Come figure out who you truly are. Come figure out what you've been missing. Because we missed a lot. Alright? And you continue to not walk this walk, you're going to continue to miss a lot. And you're going to see and find out the hard way that you should have walked this walk. This walk is beautiful, man. Ain't nothing better than this walk. I told the Ock that yesterday. I called him like, man, look, I love this truth, bro. I love it. I can't get enough of it, bro. You start to become addicted to this thing, bro. This is your life. Like it said in Ecclesiastes 12 and 13, this is the whole duty of man. Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 12. What is required of thee? The same thing that you see. Keep the commandments, man. Alright. Let's go to Revelation 14 and 12. Go to Revelation 14 and 12. Alright. It's the book of Revelation chapter 14 and verse 12. Here is the patience of the saints. We know the saints is the Israelites. Here are they that keep the commandments of Yahweh, of our power, in the faith of Yahushua. You see, it's very simple. You see how repetitive it is? And I'm telling you, this is not all of them. There's way more than this. And you got Christians trying to go to one precept in the New Testament and try to say that we don't have to do it anymore. They lack the understanding. Like Yahushua said, ye do err not knowing the scriptures. You don't know nothing. You think you do. You read this much of the Bible. You talking about you know the scriptures. You read this much of the Bible and think you know the scriptures. And you think you read Paul, you think you have wisdom. You don't even understand Paul the slightest bit. Just put the book down and think on and check your spirit before you pick the book back up. And you cleave to the Most High to give you the wisdom, knowledge, understanding, discernment, both physical and spiritual, so you can understand these scriptures, because you're blinded right now. Little do you know. Alright, let's go to the book of Sirach, chapter 1, verse 26. Let's go to the book of Ecclesiastes or Sirach, 1:26. Alright. Right here, right? If thou desire wisdom, keep the commandments, and our power shall give her unto thee. Look, if you show the Most High approve you, the Most High will give you a quiz and a test. He'll double back real quick. Like he did with our forefathers in the wilderness, man. Deuteronomy chapter 8, verses 2 through 3. He said, man, I suffered thee to hunger and thirst to prove thee, to see if you would keep my commandments. You think he ain't gonna do the same to you? We are our forefathers. You think he just gonna let you come in without proving you first? You just gonna let a stranger come into your house? You'll find out real quick that everything that you own is gone. Come on, man. You think the Most High ain't finna prove you? Come on, man. Anybody can be like, yeah, I love you. Yeah, alright. Yeah, he gonna prove you real quick. Alright, let's read that again. It's the book of Sirach or Ecclesiastes. Verse 1, or chapter 1, verse 26. If you desire wisdom, this is what you gonna do. Keep the commandments. It's simple, because the wisdom is the commandments. He'll give you, it's right there for you already, but he'll give you more of an understanding of the commandments once you start keeping them. He'll start showing you things in the scripture that you probably read over and you like, dang, I missed that. Now you have a spiritual understanding of this thing now. Now you're growing. All right, you're drinking the milk, and now you're being weaned from the milk and starting to eat on the meat. Like, dang, I missed that. The Most High will grant you what you need according to your level of work. He'll give you according to your understanding at that moment. And as he see that you're starting to understand more, he's going to give you more. You reap what you sow. So you're reaping, you watering the seed, you watering your truth in this thing. And he's going to give you fruit. And it's going to be abundant. All right, it's gonna be abundant. Let's go to the Revelation chapter 12, verse 17. It's gonna be abundant, man. You can't. This truth right here. People think every time we talk about the Bible, you believe in the Bible, that automatically tied to Christianity. Like, dang, that's all you. Every time the Bible comes out, that's all you think about is it gotta be a Christian or whatever derivative. No, man. That's the thing. As soon as you talk about you believe in the Bible, they think you a Christian, man, or they think about damn Jehovah's Witnesses. Like, that's sad, bro. People will walk away from the truth just because their belief is that the Bible is Christianity, and it's not. All right, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 12 and verse 17. And the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of our power. So you see, people that keep the commandments is the people that's going to get the things that the Most High has told. All right, which it's very simple, man. It's just as plain as day. And have the test. That's crazy. I'm reading from the top again. It's the book of Revelation, chapter 12 and verse 17. And the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of our power, and have the testimony of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. Alright, testimony is commandments. When you look deep into the word and you go into the Hebrew, the testimony means the commandments. You Christian don't know what that means. You talk about the testimony, but you don't even know what the testimonies is. Alright. Man, it's your brother Nehemiah, Nehemiah from Nations and Kings and Priests, No Cap Cali section. Alright. This is a Sunday milk. I hope you drunk up and got the nutritional value of this word. Alright, and I hope it was edifying to anyone that's watching this video. Shalom.